Gather round, folks. This ain't your average campfire tale. It's a story that delves into the gritty underbelly of fame, fortune, and the unexpected twists life can take. Our main character? None other than the legendary Mike Tyson. A name that once struck fear into the hearts of opponents and captured the awe of millions. In his prime, Tyson was more than just a boxer. He was a force of nature, a young heavyweight champion who had the world at his feet. Picture this, a young Mike Tyson, flush with cash and living life in the fast lane. We're talking Lamborghinis, parties every night, and a net worth that surpassed even the great Michael Jordan himself back in 1990. He had it all, fame, fortune, and a future that seemed brighter than the Vegas Strip. But as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. And Mike's fall from grace was as dramatic as his rise to stardom. In 1992, an 18-year-old beauty queen named Desiree Washington leveled a devastating accusation against him, one that would ultimately lead to his conviction for and a 10-year prison sentence. Now, let me pause right here and give you a little quote from the man himself. What if I told you that those 3 years behind bars were, in Mike's own words, the best years of his life? Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me, because his tales take some unexpected turns. Imagine a world where a man who once had everything, money, fame, anything he could ask for, finds himself stripped of his freedom and confined within the cold, unforgiving walls of a prison cell. For most, it would be a living hell. But for Mike Tyson, it was an opportunity to rediscover himself, to shed the excesses of his past life and emerge a changed man. Within those walls, Tyson embarked on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. He trained relentlessly, indenting the concrete floor of his cell with the force of his jumps and calisthenics. He shed a staggering 60 pounds, emerging from his sentence a lean, mean fighting machine, primed and ready for his comeback. But the physical transformation was only the beginning. It was in prison that Tyson found solace and guidance in the teachings of Islam, a faith that he embraced wholeheartedly, even changing his name to Malik Abdulaziz. This newfound spirituality instilled him with a sense of peace and purpose, a stark contrast to the savage persona he once embodied. But his time in the slammer wasn't all butterflies and roses. Let me give you another tidbit of scandal to keep you on the edge of your seat. What if I told you that during his time behind bars, Tyson not only had a romantic dalliance with a prison counselor, but also managed to impregnate a fellow inmate? Scandalous, right? But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the wild tales that emerged from Tyson's stint in the big house. From inmates impersonating him to scam his fans out of money, to the legendary rapper Tupac Shakur paying him a visit and earning the respect of the entire prison population, Tyson's time behind bars was nothing short of extraordinary. But through it all, one thing remained constant: Tyson's unwavering determination to rise from the ashes and silence his doubters. And when he finally emerged from prison in 1995, he did just that, launching a comeback that saw him demolish Peter McNeely in the first round of their highly anticipated bout. Now, let me set the stage a bit. After that explosive first-round knockout against Peter McNeely, Tyson was back in the spotlight, and the boxing world was buzzing with anticipation. But this time, there was a different aura surrounding the former heavyweight champ. Gone was the brash, cocky persona that had once defined him. In its place was a man who had been humbled by life's curveballs. A man who had found solace in his newfound faith and a renewed sense of purpose. But just when you thought Tyson's redemption story was set to unfold like a Hollywood movie, life threw another curveball his way. In 1997, during a highly anticipated rematch against Evander Holyfield, Tyson did the unthinkable. Bit off a chunk of Holyfield's ear in a moment of sheer madness. Yep, you heard that right. The bite fight, as it came to be known, was a low point in Tyson's career and a stark reminder that the demons of his past were never truly vanquished. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could a man who found peace and purpose in religion resort to such savagery? Tyson himself admitted that in that moment, he reverted to his old ways, letting his rage and impulses take over. But here's the kicker. Even after that famous incident, Tyson's story didn't end there. In fact, it was just the beginning of a whole new chapter, one that would see him reinvent himself once again, this time as an unlikely pop culture icon and entrepreneur. Tyson's larger-than-life personality and tumultuous journey resonated with people from all walks of life. He became a sought-after guest on talk shows, sharing his candid insights and raw honesty with audiences captivated by his authenticity. His memoir, Undisputed Truth, was a bestseller, giving readers an unfiltered look into the mind of a man who had seen and experienced it all. And then, just when you thought Tyson couldn't surprise us any further, he embarked on an unexpected foray into the world of acting and entertainment. From his scene-stealing cameo in The Hangover to his own animated TV series, Mike Tyson Mysteries, the former heavyweight champ proved that he had an innate ability to captivate audiences, even in the most unlikely of settings. But perhaps Tyson's most surprising reinvention came in the form of his cannabis empire. Yep, you heard me right. The once feared, baddest man on the planet became a proud purveyor of premium weed, launching his own line of cannabis products and even opening a sprawling cannabis resort aptly named Tyson Ranch. According to the man himself, cannabis played a pivotal role in helping him manage the demons that had plagued him for so long, allowing him to find a sense of peace and balance in his later years. And let me tell you, Tyson's foray into the cannabis game was as unconventional as the man himself. From his larger-than-life personality to his unapologetic approach to marketing, Tyson quickly became a cult figure in the burgeoning world of legal weed, attracting legions of fans who saw him as more than just a former boxing champ. He was a symbol of resilience, reinvention, and the pursuit of personal growth. But even as Tyson's star continued to rise in unexpected ways, his past never truly left him. In recent years, he's been open about his struggles with substance abuse, depression, and the lasting effects of the trauma he experienced in his youth. It's a sobering reminder that even the most iconic of figures are human, flawed and imperfect, yet constantly striving to better themselves.